everyone, welcome to our course on Entrepreneurial Software Development and Management ESDM. I am Professor Poonam Shinde, an Assistant Professor in IT Department. So this course will cover the essential of developing and managing software from an entrepreneurial point of view. So today we are starting module 1, which is an introduction to software development methodologies, and in this module we will cover the process model, SDLC model and its phases, and why these models are necessary. First, let's define a software process. Yes. So a process is a collection of activities, action and tasks performed to create a work product. Yes. So within this process we have activity, action and tasks. So first of all, an activity is an broadest category and it aims to achieve high level objective like communication with stakeholders. This is a fundamental activity that applies to every product regardless of its size and complexity. Yes. Then next we have an action. So an action is what? An action is a set of tasks that produces a major work product. So example of an action is an architectural design model. Yes, an architectural design is an action that results in an architectural design model. Then the most granular level is task. Okay. A task has a small, well-defined objective and products a tangible outcome. A perfect example is conducting unit tests. Okay. So these components are structured within the software development lifecycle or SDLC. The core activities of SDLC process are software specification, or we can call it as a requirement collection. So in software specification we gathered requirements from each and every stakeholder. Then we have a software development, or we can call it as a design. So in design phase we have implementation, modeling and implementation part. Then next we have software validation. So in software validation or testing we have integration of modules and multiple testing on our developed software. Then next we have a software evaluation part. So software evaluation is nothing but a maintenance. Okay. So after deployment of our product to the customer, or after deployment of our product into the market, on the basis of customer feedback, or if there may be some changes or updation, that time we have this maintenance part. Yes. So this diagram is of SDLC phases. So these components are structured within the software development lifecycle. Yes. So we have first phase, that is planning. Then next phase, or we can call it as a step. Next step we have analysis. Then third we have design. Fourth we have implementation. Then next we have testing and integration, and at last we have a maintenance of our product. So here we have breakdown all the phases. So first is ideation, then we have requirements, design, development, testing, deployment and maintenance. We'll see this in brief. So let's start with stage 1, that is planning, requirement and analysis. Okay. So in this initial phase the primary goal is to attract experienced engineers who can lay the solid foundation for the product. Yes. The next important phase is communication with the client. Here, when we have communication with a client, we gather the requirements from the customer, what exactly the customer wants, and we start working on the budget, estimation, timeline, then the functions and the flow of the projects in this phase. That is nothing but the planning and requirement analysis. Okay, then next we have defining the requirements. Okay, so by carefully considering the client's demands, a skill team establish a reliable base for all the subsequent phases of the software development life cycle. So in this phase, it involves primarily analysis to understand the client goals, challenges, and what exactly the client want. Here we define the scope of our product. Yes, then next we have designing the product architecture. Yes, so based on the result of this analysis and after the requirement gathering and analysis and planning, we design some models, that is analysis models. So after the after the analysis model, we have a designing part. So in this we start designing a product or start creating the functions and features of the product using the requirements which are given in previous stages. Okay, then next we have developing the product. Here in this, one of the most critical software development life cycle phase. So this phase aims to producing the work code and showing the result to the client, and the development takes the majority of the time in this phase. Here the coder follows the coding conventions, here standard coding conventions and some scientific methods, mathematical models for some features and functions. Okay, the last stage is testing and product. Okay, so testing and product, after the initial development work is done, the quality assurance engineers begin to process the searching of bugs into each and every model. So when we find out the errors and we work on that errors, by default our product quality and efficiency increase. So that's why this phase is important phase into your SDLC life cycle. And in this phase we have some test cases and we work on that test cases here. So testing is another crucial step in SDLC life cycle. So it allows for fixing crucial problems. It may be regarding your coding, or it may be regarding to your functionality of your software. Yes. Then number step is deployment and maintenance. So here, after once the product is ready for the release, the finished software solution is deployed to the client or it released into the market. So after releasing that product into the market, customer, on the basis of customer feedbacks, if the customer wants some updated features, then if the in maintenance we fix different issues, like if the customer wants some emerge modern software product, if the customer have some requirement changes, so we work on that. So this comes in deployment and maintenance. Okay, so these are some software development models. We'll definitely see these models in next video. Okay, so in models we have waterfall model, V model, incremental model, RAD model, agile model, spiral model, and iterative models. Okay, so why we need a process model? So first is managing complexity. Yes. So when we have the main reason for using SDLC is it focus on how to control over the software development process. So when we work on a modules and when we have a proper planning and approach, it is easy to maintain your complexity. Yes, then next we have ensuring quality. Yes, so when your product is cost effective, it gives you a if the team is giving you a clear action plan, it by default improves your quality. Then next we have facilitating communication and collaboration. So when we have a process model approach, so we have communication between customer and client, and when we have a communication between customer and your each and every stakeholder, it is easy to understand all the requirements, what exactly the customer wants. So that's why we need a process model. Okay, and next one is adapting to change. So in adapting to change, when we use a process model, so it is easy to track a changes, what exactly the changes we need into the system. Okay, then next we have improving efficiency and productivity. Yes, so if you have a proper planning, proper execution, estimation, schedule, then by default your product is efficient and productive. Then next we have supporting a project management and cost and schedule control. Okay, next slide is benefits of software development life cycle. Okay, so here are some benefits of software development life cycle. So first one is having the overriding control over the software development process. The next benefit is it improves a resource management and it is a cost effective. Then it gives a team clear action plan and clear estimation and budget. Then it improves the cooperation between participants. When we have a proper expert team, so by default your cooperation will improve. Yes, so these are the some questions. Yes, so first question is what is a SDLC? Explain. It's important. This question frequently asked in your INSEM exam, and this question may ask for 4 marks. Then next we have list the different phases of SDLC. Yes, so this question may ask for 8 marks, and this is important question. Yes, the next question we have what is the purpose of communication activity in the software development. Yes, next we have quiz. Okay, so in quiz first question is which is the following is not phase of SDLC. So options for this are requirement analysis, coding, testing and retiring. Yes students, what will be the answer? Yes, which of the following is not phase of SDLC? Retiring, right. Then next question is which SDLC phase involves understanding and documenting what are the software must do. Yes, options are design, analysis, testing, deployment. Yes, which phase involves understanding and documenting? Analysis phase, very good. Then next question is coding and coding is performed in which SDLC phase? Yes, so phases are planning, deployment, implementation and maintenance. Yes, so coding is performed in which phase? Implementation phase, very good. Yes, thank you so much students.